if I traded it all.
Welcome back. Listen up. This is a newbie here. But what's really, really cool is right now, I'll do that for you. We're going to go live on Facebook just for the heck of it. Okay. So we're live on Facebook, and I want everybody to know that I'm going to be sharing this show afterwards. But right now, I want to talk about my newbie that's here. I have Andrew Day. He's the owner of Daylight Films. It's Lite. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Listen up, because people, we need this. Go ahead.
Thanks, Carol, for having me. What we do is we're a full-service video production company, and we help people take their ideas, their vision, and either put it on their website or get it out for broadcast.
So here's the thing, guys. Video. It's huge right now. And you said something to me before you came on, and you said that more people now don't want to read. They don't even want to read the website anymore.
Yep.
They are so visual, correct?
Yeah, you go to websites these days, and someone's got a phone book on there. I mean, it's War and Peace, and nobody wants to take the time, because of, unfortunately, our attention spans, and sit there and read all that. So if you let us come in, we'll produce a video for you that can be concise. You can tell your customers about yourself, and then sometimes if somebody calls in and say your name's Bob, and they pick up the phone, well, they've now seen Bob on the video, so they got a face with the voice and the phone number. It all matches together, and you know your customers better than anyone, so we'll sit down with you and discuss what you think is the best way to reach everyone, put together a production plan, shoot it, put it on your website, and hopefully get you more customers.
Hey, you know what? It's really big. And right now, I think that there's a lot of people out there that listen to the show that are business right now on the road. Right now, video, I think, is probably number one when it comes to attracting people today. And you know, a lot of people do think that it's, a lot of money. But you make it affordable?
Yeah, well, it depends. I like to tell people it depends on the scope of the project. If you've got a video that's got a yacht and horses and helicopters and all kinds of course, that's not going to be the same cost as you sitting in front of a green screen saying, "Hi, I'm Carol, and this is what I do." So we cover the spectrum, and we base it on sitting down and talking to you and seeing what your needs are, and then giving you, usually we try to give people 2 or 3 different budgets so they can see, okay, if I use this camera, this much crew, this many bells and whistles, it's going to be this much. But if we want to use a higher end camera, or it's a larger production, it's obviously going to cost them a little more money.
Right. Now, your website is Daylight, it's D-A-Y, and then L-I-T-E, films with an S.com. You could check them out there. You do free consultations for people.
Yep.
And his phone number is 602-319-4041. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the lines of the audience. This is kind of cool. If anyone works with him, not only are you going to get your video that you decide to do, but he's also going to take that and he's going to make it into a commercial, which are also very important for people to have, because a commercial can be used anywhere. I think what I want people to understand, too, is that anything that anyone does when it comes to quote-unquote marketing, especially when it's either video, commercials, doing a radio show, doing a job, anything like that, use it. Don't just say, well, okay, I went on and whatever I got out of it. Use it, right?
Yep.
Would you not?
Absolutely. Yeah, and we cover the spectrum. It's not just broadcast commercials. A lot of people think once you shoot something that part of the cost is putting it on the air. Unfortunately, you have to do a media buy. You have to sit down with a media consultant, and we can hook you up with those folks, too, and decide when you want to put something on the air. Obviously, if you're on during a very popular show, it's going to cost you more than if you're on at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday on some obscure channel that nobody watches. So, we'll sit down and talk to you about those things, put you in touch with the right people if you want to go broadcast. But if you can't afford broadcast, and not everyone can, you put it on your website. Let people click on your site, play the spot, or it can be a video of a minute and a half. We don't recommend anything longer than that because, again, people get bored. They don't have the attention span. Anything over 90 seconds, you're going to lose them. So we'll help you get that message out. We'll get a performance out of you. If you don't want to be in it and you can't feel like you can perform, we'll get the people that can. We do voiceover work. We pick the music. There's a lot of aspects to making video production that people don't understand.
I'm learning too.
They just think, oh, well, I'll do a 2-shot, cut to a single, then from a single to a 2, and they don't think about what they're wearing. that if you don't wear the right thing, white or black is really bad on TV, or too much of a pattern creates a moire on the screen. And even you'll see professionals today, well, they'll have a pattern tie on, and I keep screaming at the TV going, where's the producer who didn't tell this guy who's been on TV for years, get another tie? Because it just sits there and jiggles.
Unfortunately, as old folks like to wear black for some reason, but it's
well,
true.
Here I am in black,
Exactly.
but I'm not here in a production.
Now, here's the thing, okay? You do free consultations. This 30-second commercial that if you work with them that you're going to do for them for free is a $250 value.
Yes.
And everyone's getting entered in to win that. Our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You do everything. So I want people to understand that they're not just video. You do everything.
Yeah, and we've... one of the initial questions we were going to have on the show, but we didn't get to, is I have an extensive... I started working in the entertainment industry in 1989 and went to high school here in Phoenix, went to college down in Tucson, started my master's degree at UCLA, lived in Los Angeles, worked in Hollywood for 3.5 years, left after they tried to burn the city down, came back home to the Phoenix area because I didn't want to be killed in a riot, and started working extensively, and I've done film, commercials, corporate videos, introduction videos, award videos, online videos.
And now he wants to do them for you.
Absolutely.
His number is area code 602-319-4041. It's Daylight. It's Day and then LITE, films with an S.com. And our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He always does free consultations. People, this is the wave of the way. It isn't just the future, it's the way of the is. And that's what people want. They want to see things they don't even want to read anymore. So give us a call here. Get entered in to win this. It's a $250 value. Free to use, 602-277-5369. So do you work with agencies, or do you work with every client like individually?
We do both. We do client direct as well as work with agencies. We recently worked with a great company in town called Noodle. They spell it Knoodle, and they were working with another great Arizona company, which is Chaz Roberts, and we got to direct and produce with Shane Doan, the ex-Captain Coyote, for a brand new Chaz Roberts commercial, the one where he's shooting hockey pucks into the fireplace, and that was us. That was on last night during the D-backs game, so we were psyched to see that. So yes, we'll work directly with agencies or directly with you. If you can't afford an ad agency and you want to just talk to us about the best way to reach your clients and potential customers, we'll sit down and knock that out for you. I know the benefit of a larger ad agency is that they give you a broad spectrum of print ad and banners on your website and a lot of other things that we don't quite do, but for video production, we're the ones to go to.
The number to call is 602-319-4041. Daylight, LITE, films with an S.com. They do free consultations, and right now, if you work with them, they're going to throw in an extra little 30-second commercial, and you don't have to use that on television. It can be used for anywhere. So give us a call here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. All right, let me talk about this.
Okay.
Because now everybody has phones, and a lot of people have some really good cameras on their phones and stuff like that. But you said something really good. Before you came on, you were saying, people come on and they kind of like during their own little selfie videos, and they think that's good enough. What are your thoughts?
Well, the thing is
it's not.
Yes, exactly. I would tell everyone, if you're doing sort of a weekly little blog on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, absolutely. Save the money. Do it that way. But when people come to your website, and it's the first impression they're ever going to get of who you are and what you're about, get it done by a professional. Take a bid. Let us give you a bid. Let us sit down and talk to you. If we can't afford it, you can't afford it, maybe we can find a way to make it so it is affordable. But let them get that first impression with a professional video. There's a reason the music is the way it is. There's a reason you're wearing what you're wearing. There's a reason you get a performance from us out of you. We'll get it out of you. There's a reason there's transitional dissolves and wipes and fades and graphics. We can bring all that to the table. You can't just do that on your phone. So when they need a first impression of you, let us do it. We'll put it on your website, and then you still can continue to do your daily blog stuff from your phone if you need to update people weekly, but at least you have an anchor and a cornerstone that sets them up as to who you are and what your business is about.
It's important for businesses to be listening to this, and a lot of us older folks don't get it, but you know what? You got to. So again, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, I want to talk further about some of the different things that you can do, and on top of it, it's all really cool. It is, because now I'm sort of getting into it, and I I could see what it can do. So again, that number to call him direct, he does free consultation at 602-319-4041. The website is Daylight, L-I-T-E, films with an S.com. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute.
If I traded it all,
Welcome back.
if I gave
We're
it
talking with Andrew Day. He's the owner of Daylight Films. Before we start, I wanted to also ask you why you call it Daylight, L-I-T-E, Films.
Yes. Well, obviously my last name is Day, and the light is because we like to have fun. It's a fun profession, what we do. It's, a lot of people wake up every day and they go to a job that they don't like, and we love what we do, and we try to keep it light. We're not... I often tell the story of how if there's someone on an operating table and a vein or something is squirting and someone's got to yell at somebody to clamp it, you yell at people in that situation. It's an emergency. I've worked on sets for years and watched people yell at people and belittle people, and I just completely disagree with all that. We should be on the set, having fun. It's a fun job.
Here's the thing.
No reason to do that kind of thing.
Here's the other thing is that it's a serious thing that you're really trying to do, because what you're making a commercial, what you're doing is you're trying to get the word out about what you do. Okay, whether you come here or whether you do it on the radio, whether you do it on television, whether you're using them for your websites or what have you. We know that the underlying issue is that we're trying to help you grow your business.
Yep.
But you want to have fun with it, because when you're having fun, your best you comes out.
Yep.
And I think that's really important. Who have you worked with?
Well, besides, obviously, we just said with Noodle and doing the Chaz Roberts spots, a few of my continuing clients are Texas Rangers. I direct, in fact, they're here in town playing the D-backs. I direct all their commercials. I worked with the Kansas City Royals on all their Jumbotron presentations. So if you ever go to a Kansas City Royal game and they're introducing a player, we produce that for the Royals. I do Rosati's Pizza Sports Pub's national marketing videos, so it's not just necessarily a website or a commercial. If you're out trying to sell franchises, we can do videos for that also. In the past, I've worked with they're now called the Arizona Coyotes, but at the time they were the Phoenix Coyotes. Done some spots with them.
Where are you located?
Out of Fountain Hills, but we don't have a sort of what we'd call the brick and mortar. We don't pass that on. Like a lot of production companies spend a lot of money on air conditioning and people in the office, and that all gets passed on to the client. We don't know. We rent all of our equipment. We hire the best crew. We have guys that love to be directors of photography, guys that love to be a gaffer or a key grip or makeup artist. We hire them all individually and don't have all that overhead, so that we can keep the costs lower and not pass that on to the clients.
Now, you do free consultations with everyone.
Yep.
And what I love about my show is that this is an information show. That's what I talk about all the time. Whether it's you, whether it's someone that you know, tell them about this. Our lines are open here, and right now, if you do anything with him, there's going to give you a free 30-second commercial that you can put on anything. And that's a $250 value free to you or anyone that you know. It could be your websites. It could be, you might want to use it for television if you ever decide to put a show on television. The number to call them direct is 602-319-4041. You can check them out on their website. It's Daylight, L-I-T-E, films with an S.com. Call in here. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for everything. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Okay, I want to ask you some of these things. What are some of the elements of video production that most people don't factor into when they're making their videos?
Well, it's some of the stuff we've already touched on, and it's that really, really important is sound. If you don't have a quality sound person, a lot of times I'll go to a website, watch a video, and the sound is awful. It sounds like they're in a bathtub or the shower.
I hate that when that happens.
Lighting is important. The setting is important. You look at the shot, and someone's got a plant growing out of the back of their head because they didn't slightly move the camera, slightly move the person. Again, what you wear, the music that's in your piece. It's for a funeral home, and you're playing heavy metal. It just doesn't work. You have to think about all of these things and make sure that you get the performance. Sometimes with regular everyday people, I'll shoot them, and in the rehearsal, I'll cover the light with a piece of tape and not let them know that we're rolling, because I'll get the best relaxed performance out of them when they don't know that we're rolling, versus saying action, everybody freezes like a deer in headlights, and now they're like, hi, my name is Bob, and I own, and you're just awful.
Right.
You got to get them relaxed and have a good time.
And it's so true, and that's even if you were to do a radio show too. It's the same thing. You want to just talk from your heart, and even so, you have to be prepared. Though I have to admit, one thing that when you have to admit that radio is different than television or video. It really is, because you can come in here and you can kind of be on the cuff like I am with a lot of my clients, but with my newbies like you, I have to know what we're going to be talking about, and that's what you come in. You're going to be sitting down with your clients. You go in to do a free consultation to literally go through what it is that they want, but what it is that they might need. And that's something I learned too, because I thought, it's no big deal. It's got to be pretty easy. I've done radio for 11 years, so it's not. It's completely different, and that's why you got to listen to these guys.
Absolutely.
They know what they're doing.
They know their customers. Potential clients know their customers way more than we do.
Right.
So I'd rather find out from them what they need, what's the vision they're trying to put together. We'll sit down with our team, write something for them, give them options, give them different budgets they can use. And again, broadcast isn't for everyone. Sometimes it's just a website. Sometimes you may even have an award show where you want to talk about someone who's winning an award. We've done those too. We've done them for the YWCA. We do graphics animation. We did stuff with Spur Scientific. We've done stuff with Rallyo. Rallyo is a company out of California that does all kinds of franchise management. We did graphic animation for that. We've had clients from Brazil. Sport TV from Brazil came to do a piece on a swimmer that was training here at Arizona State, and Daylight Films produced that. It aired in Brazil. I didn't get to see it, but, I saw it. They sent me a link.
You saw it before it was edited.
But they, so we can work with anybody, anywhere, for anything. The team that I put together, from directors of photography to crew, they've got years and years and years of experience. Some of them own their own companies at the same time, and they just come out and we kind of cross-work with each other and try to give the customer the best product possible.
Well, there's a lot of things that you can do, especially today. There's just so many fandango-y different cameras and things that they can do to make you look great.
Yep, and we do that.
And so some of the other things that you do over it, besides video, what else do you do?
Well, we kind of touched on that, but we also can produce corporate shows. We have the team that put together that if you want to set up in a ballroom and you're giving a presentation when your team comes in to stay at one of these hotels, we can do that. We've produced road tours with Campos Creative out of California for Toyota and Lifetime Fitness. We do voiceover work. We do radio, ads, which we're about to do today with you.
He's about to come on and do that here. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we can sit down and cover that. If we can't do it, we'll either find the people that can, or we'll just say, hey, that's not up our alley. Why don't you call these guys? I mean, we're not going to do Avatar or Titanic, some ginormous production that's $200 million.
But there's a lot of people out there, and I got to say this, there are people out there that don't have a pocketbook but would love to have something like this. And they're listening and they're saying, can I do that? Can you make it that affordable? Because there's people out there that have in-home based businesses.
Yep.
There's not everybody has, works for a corporation or has the big bucks. Can you make it as affordable for almost anyone?
Yes, and I think actually a client you may have had on your show in the past, Crossman Law Offices.
A long time ago.
Yes.
I can't believe that. That's
we did a video for Crossman Law Offices, and the lawyer there is also the president of a no-kill shelter called Home for Good. We did a video for them. To get back to your question, we can do whatever you want budget-wise. And if we sit down and you say, hey, I've got $12, well, we're going to say, hey, grab your nephew, have a good time, give him the $12, because it's just not the reality of the spectrum we work in. But we can sit down with a budget.
Nobody would think that would be the case. But there's got to be a number that you can, work with somebody that you can come up with a decent video for an affordable price.
Yeah, and it's through the consultation that we figure that out. Because if they say, hey, it's just going to be me sitting at my desk, one camera, I want to get out a quick 30-second message, sure, that's going to be way less expensive than anything else.
So here's what I meant by bringing that out. out.
Sure.
I don't want people to turn it away if they think that they can't afford it. You don't know if you can't afford it.
Exactly.
You have to start by finding out what they can do for you, and then maybe you add in this or you add in that,
Yep.
or you take away something. So that's what I meant by that, and that's great that you do free consultations. Basically, you're in Fountain Hills, but you basically can go almost anywhere. Because it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
You want to check them out on their website. Kudos to all of the people that you've worked with. Sounds like you've done a tremendous lot of business with a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are a 2-time Rocky Mountain Emmy Award-winning production company. We've won 2 Rocky Mountain Emmys, and last year we were nominated for a Lone Star Emmy for Best Commercial with the Texas Rangers. We didn't win, unfortunately, but hey, it was an honor to be nominated. And it was a spoof of the show Stranger Things on Netflix, and we called it Ranger Things, and that was a nominated for a
How much
Best
fun is that?
Commercial.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Again, we've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of this show. Right now, if you do something with them, they are going to be giving you, entered everybody in to win. It's a 30-second little commercial that you can use almost anywhere. It's a $250 value, free to you or anyone that you know. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You can go ahead and go up on their website. I'm sure you've got tons of videos and stuff like that up there, and they've got to be really cool. Again, that website is Daylight, L-I-T-E, films.com. You can call them direct. That number is 602-319-4041. They do free consultations. I'm keeping my lines open here, and our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We'll be back in just a minute.